Good evening and welcome to Friday Film Reviews for August 2020. I'm Chris Bell from the Smithtown Library. Whether you missed the weekly movie programs at the Smithtown Library or you just want to watch some good films, join us each month for reviews of recommended movies that you can enjoy at home on Fridays or any day you choose using the library's streaming services Hoopla and Canopy. If you aren't already using Hoopla and Canopy, I will tell you how to access them from the Smithtown Library homepage at the end of the program. The first movie this month is Military Wives, which had its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival in September 2019 and was released in the United Kingdom in March of this year. The film stars Kristen Scott Thomas, who is known for The English Patient, Four Weddings and a Funeral, The Darkest Hour, and many other movies. Military Wives was directed by Peter Cataneo, who was best known for the 1997 hit film The Full Monty. Inspired by real events, Military Wives centers on a group of women from different backgrounds whose partners are away serving in Afghanistan. Faced with their loved ones' absences, they come together to form the very first Military Wives Choir, helping each other through some of life's most difficult moments and quickly finding themselves on an international stage. When the latest deployment is announced, Lisa, the new head of the Social Committee for the Wives, is tasked with planning activities to occupy the spouses who are waiting at home. Kate, the colonel's wife on her 5th tour, can't resist the impulse to take over. The suggestion of singing brings Lisa and Kate's different approaches to the forefront, but the choir soon becomes the thing that brings them all together. While this is a fictionalized account, the actual first Military Wives Choir was started in 2010 and was such a success it led to the formation of other singing clubs, and there is now a network of 75 choirs in British military bases across the United Kingdom as well as overseas. The movie has been described as a feel-good crowd pleaser, and I think you will agree. You can watch Military Wives on Canopy. The next movie is called Logan Lucky, which was released in 2017 and stars Channing Tatum, Adam Driver, and Daniel Craig. It was directed by Steven Soderbergh, who won the Academy Award for directing the film Traffic and was also nominated as Best Director for the movie Erin Brockovich. In the heist genre, he is known for directing Oceans 11, 12, and 13. When Jimmy Logan gets fired, he convinces his brother Clyde and sister Melly to help him rob the Charlotte Motor Speedway during a NASCAR race. To pull off the job, they will need the help of Joe Bang, a convicted safecracker who is currently doing time. All they have to do is break Joe out, blow the racetrack vault, get away with the cash, return Joe to prison, and get Jimmy to his daughter's beauty pageant on time. What could possibly go wrong? Well, there is the matter of the Logan family curse. Logan Lucky is a heist movie that plays more for comedy than action or suspense, but the humor is subtle and low-key. Adam Driver's deadpan demeanor is contrasted with the broader comedy of the Bang Brothers, or what ensues when Jimmy is supposed to take his daughter to the tanning salon. The characters are offbeat but likable, and you root for them to succeed in their criminal endeavor. Jimmy has a very sweet relationship with his daughter, who is comical in her own right. This is a film where even the smaller roles are played by known stars, including Katie Holmes, Hilary Swank, and an almost unrecognizable Seth MacFarlane. If you would like to watch Logan Lucky, you can find it on Canopy, and you can also listen to the soundtrack on Hoopla. The Park Bench is the first feature film written and directed by Anne Lashander. Its two stars are also relative newcomers, Nicole Hayden as Emily and Walter Perez as Mateo. The movie was released in 2014 and was featured at a number of small film festivals where it won awards, including Best Debut Feature at Toronto's Female Eye Film Festival and Best Feature and Best Actress at the Queen's World Film Festival. The Park Bench is an unconventional comedy romance about two opposites who share their inner lives through the books they read. When Emily, a neurotic librarian-to-be, is assigned to tutor Mateo, a struggling undergrad in American Lit, they do not get along. But when the discussion turns from classics to confessions, they share secrets that could change their lives forever. There are several unconventional things about the way this story is told. First of all, the majority of the film takes place on or around the bench. The exceptions are flashbacks to scenes from their family lives, and they each share a fictional story that is important to them, which is presented in animated form. Also, the narrative is broken into short segments. These brief vignettes cut to the heart of their conversations about books, family, food, their personal stories, and their secrets. I confess that the first thing that made me curious about this movie is the fact that one of the characters is studying to be a librarian. But I was soon drawn into this funny, sweet, and unique film that reveals how stories shape our lives. You can watch The Park Bench on Hoopla. I Am Not Your Negro is a documentary film that was released in 2016. Directed by Raoul Peck, it received 50 nominations and won 31 film awards all over the world. The narration, voiced by Samuel L. Jackson, is taken from a variety of the writings of James Baldwin. Born in 1924, Baldwin wrote novels including Go Tell It on the Mountain and If Beale Street Could Talk, essays including the collections Notes of a Native Son and The Fire Next Time, as well as plays and poetry. After living in Paris for many years, he was moved to return to the United States in 1957, the early days of the Civil Rights Movement. Often described as a social activist, Baldwin thought of himself rather as a witness, saying, quote, "Part of my responsibility as a witness was to move as largely and as freely as possible, to write the story and to get it out," unquote. In 1979, Baldwin wrote to his literary agent describing his next project entitled Remember This House. The book was to be a revolutionary and personal account of the lives and assassinations of three of his close friends, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King Jr. At the time of Baldwin's death in 1987, he left behind only 30 completed pages of the manuscript. Filmmaker Raoul Peck envisions the book he never finished and brings the brilliant thinking of James Baldwin into today's context. While his book was meant to be about the lives of Medgar, Malcolm, and Martin, the film is a much broader look at race in America that uses archival as well as contemporary material to connect the past of the civil rights movement to the present. You can watch I Am Not Your Negro on Hoopla or Canopy, and there is also a companion book available at the library, which includes all the Baldwin texts used in the film. The last film for this month is called Shadowlands. Released in 1993, it was directed by Richard Attenborough, who directed such varied projects as Gandhi and A Chorus Line, and also appeared as an actor in many films, including The Great Escape and Jurassic Park. It stars Anthony Hopkins, also known for diverse roles such as The Silence of the Lambs and The Two Popes, and Deborah Winger, who is best known for Terms of Endearment and more recently, the Netflix series The Ranch. Shadowlands tells the true story of C.S. Lewis, the world-renowned Christian theologian, Oxford professor, and author of the Chronicles of Narnia series of children's fantasy novels. A confirmed bachelor, Jack, as he is known to his friends, is somewhat detached from the world. His only social outlet is evenings spent at a local pub discussing philosophy and religion with his Oxford colleagues. His quiet life of the mind is shaken up when he meets the spirited American poet, Joy Gresham. After corresponding by mail for some time, Jack agrees to meet Joy for tea when she is visiting England. Despite her straightforward manner, or maybe because of it, Jack invites her to bring her son to his home for a visit and later to stay for Christmas. When Joy reveals that she is getting divorced to escape an abusive marriage, Jack astonishes friends and family by agreeing to a platonic marriage so that she can obtain British citizenship. As their friendship deepens and Joy faces serious medical issues, the relationship between Joy and Jack becomes a genuine romance, and their marriage turns into a real commitment. Jack's willingness to open his heart and change his life is profoundly moving. Shadowlands is a longtime favorite movie of mine. Due to its unavailability on DVD, I've been unable to show this film at the library, so I'm very happy to be able to recommend that you watch it on Hoopla. But be warned, it's a tearjerker, so make sure to have the tissues handy. If you need to download Hoopla and Canopy, go to the library's website at www.smithlib.org, click on Digital Library, and then select Movies and TV. There are links for the Hoopla and Canopy apps, as well as printable instructions and video tutorials. And of course, if you need further assistance, please call us at 631-360-2480, and we will be happy to help you. Thank you for joining me today. We hope to see you soon. Please continue to visit the library's website at www.smithlib.org for more programs and resources.